Greetings, and thanks for stopping by Your Light. I am Laureen, and this is your one-stop shop for tools and getting your light to shine bright and to keep it that way. So you never miss a deal though, be sure to like this stop and hit subscribe. Today's feature tool is courage. If I asked you to give me a name of somebody that you thought was courageous, it probably wouldn't take you very long to answer. Like, what about David, the little shepherd boy who stood up to Goliath with his slingshot? Or what about Martin Luther King Jr., who dared to defy social acceptance for the sake of human dignity? Courage is one of those attributes that nearly everyone looks up to and everyone would love to have. But unfortunately, many of our lives reflect more of a shoulda, coulda, woulda mentality than a very courageous one. Nonetheless, without courage, we get stuck living a life of mediocrity and end up settling for less than what is possible. But the good news is that today is a new day. An opportunity to be courageous is right around the corner. So grab your attention and let's go.
Courage. What makes a king out of a slave? Courage. What makes the flag on the mast to wave? Courage. What makes the elephant charge his tusk in the misty mist or the dusky dusk? What makes the muskrat guard his musk? Courage. What makes the Sphinx the seventh wonder? Courage. What makes the dawn come up like thunder? Courage.
The concept of courage has been contemplated for centuries. Its reputation, always praised. Its importance, never disputed. There seems to be a unanimous opinion that courage is the most important of all human virtues. For example, Aristotle taught that it was the one quality that guaranteed all of the others. C.S. Lewis wrote that courage is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at its testing point. Maya Angelou said that without courage, it is impossible to practice any other virtue consistently. Even Stoics like Seneca and Plato all claimed courage to be the one character trait that is essential to human flourishing. But when it comes to exercising it, courage seems to be somewhat demanding for us because it requires a significant amount of self-sacrifice in order to master it. But regardless of what situation we find ourselves in, courage is always right there on the front line. We simply cannot engage in anything without it. We could choose to walk away, yes, but if we do, we're rejecting the opportunity to witness just what we're really made of. And not only that, we're missing out on receiving the greatest blessing that's just on the other side of fear.
Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly? Or will you die a dreamer? Will you die on the verge and on the edge and in the land of coulda, woulda, and shoulda? It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre. be normal, and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are God, then neutralize everything he put in you. Just fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you've neutralized your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Do you have the courage? Do you have the courage?
Being strong and courageous is not just a suggestion. It is a command. Courage is way more significant than you may think. And unfortunately, in modern times, true courage has been misrepresented and twisted. Hollywood movies portray superheroes and their counterpart villains as being fearless. Gutsy pranksters are considered by many to be brave. And those who win through violence are praised as being valiant. Video games market one's superior ability to kill zombies in some virtual shooter survival world as heroic. However, true courage is not the absence of fear, not the capacity to which we push our own human boundaries, nor is it the mere ability to just annihilate or destroy. Courage is the willingness to act with integrity in spite of feeling the fear. Now, to be fair, please understand this. Fear and danger, though closely related, are not the same. Danger is actual. Fear is only in our mind. It has to do with what we believe and the stories that we tell ourselves. And trust me, there are some stories that we tell ourselves that simply are not real. Fear is also personal and as diverse as the human race. One may fear regret, failure, pain, or loss, while another may fear change, success, or even the unknown. And while those fears may seem common, so is not overcoming them.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
You've probably heard that line many times before, but have you ever really heard the words that followed?
Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
In other words, when the going gets tough and the tough should get going, fear cripples us. We simply cannot grow without conquering our fear. What we must remember, though, is that courage can be found in the heart of every single person. Fear is simply a choice, one that has, in my opinion, been way too preferred. Now is the time to embrace your power of choice. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, as we are liberated from our own fear. our presence automatically liberates others.
It is the gift of courage that enables us to live a life free from fear. That is what true existence is all about. In the classic words of Christopher Robin, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. So no matter what you encounter today, no one or no thing can extinguish your light. The only thing that keeps you from shining is you. You are a mighty warrior, my friend. So lift up that torch of courage and shine. But remember, a tool is only helpful if you keep it handy. So be sure to write it and post it until you know it. Till next time, I am Laureen, and this is your light. Namaste.